3 rules, follow them and you've got yourself a good, valid business plan. Rule number 1, don't do this for the sake of doing it. Rule number 2, if it's not useful, just ignore it. And the final rule is always update the business plan. If not, then it's absolutely useless. Now let me tell you how I apply these 3 rules with my clients who raise over $100 million. Rule number 1, you never need a business plan unless you actually need it. That doesn't make any sense. Now let me explain this again. The whole idea of a business plan is that it will guide you through your work or apply for funding, whatever you need it for. You have to identify why you need this business plan. For example, I had a high school friend of mine who started a print-on-demand shop in the US. And eventually, in time, he went into creating a very big website and very good work. They started closing around 6 figures each year. What is this guy's business plan? Absolutely nothing. He didn't have a business plan. Every time he printed a shirt himself was the actual business plan. So sometimes you don't actually need it. Rule number 2, some sections are not really needed. And if they're not, then just don't add them for the sake of adding them. A lot of clients would go like, hey, wait, but this business plan doesn't have an exit strategy or doesn't have something in marketing. You don't need that. If you don't need that, then don't add it. Because remember, this business plan is mainly for you before it's for investors or for banks and so on. So always put things that you absolutely need to remember in your own business plan. Rule number 3, a good business plan is good to start a business. But a great business plan is one that is constantly updated to keep reminding you and your team members what you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it. For instance, if you just put a market research element of the business plan, then you need to constantly update it. If not, it's not going to make any sense. For example, if you work in the cryptocurrency area, every market research have to be updated every few weeks. If not, then it won't make any sense whatsoever. These 3 rules are more than enough to create a valid business plan, but let me give you some few final remarks. The business plan structure really depends on you. Sometimes you don't really need a full business plan. You might need an operational plan or a financial plan, and that's more than enough. Speaking of which, your financial plan is most likely going to be inaccurate, which is absolutely normal. You're just putting it as an idea of a projections or how it could reach. The idea that this exact number would be the same number is unlikely to happen. And I know that because I've been dealing with clients for a very long time, and mostly what they achieve is different than what they make. But at least you would tell the person reading this business plan, whether it's your team, investors, whatever, what you're thinking of how big this product could be. Finally, this is a piece of advice that I give every client and every person interested in starting a business. Don't over-plan. Sometimes the best idea is just to go start a business. It doesn't really have to, sometimes you don't need a business plan, you just need to go and start. It's difficult to understand because a lot of people are like, yeah, we need to do planning, we need to do more, we need to know more information and so on. But at the end of the day, a business plan is selling something to specific people. So if you're not selling, then you're not really working it out. Don't overplan. Follow these rules and you're good to go. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And most importantly, have a wonderful day.